Welcome to Ask Us Anything, episode 2, take 2. Boom.
Take 2, yes, this was a take 2. Explain what happened.
We filmed this yesterday, driving up to the Gold Coast in the car, because we knew we had to get it done. And I got here and sat down to edit, and the GoPro just decided to cut out 15 minutes into filming. Even though the red light was flashing and it said it was still recording, it wasn't.
As GoPros do. They're so temperamental, we definitely don't
not the most reliable cameras on the planet.
We use them for our action, and that is it.
And sometimes you don't even get to see the action because they don't record that. So definitely not the most reliable cameras on the planet. So anyway, take 2.
Oh, I said 1. 2.
I nearly do 4.
Take 2. Take 2. All right, questions. Let's do this.
Okay.
Have we got a heap this week?
We've got 300.
Thanks.
But we've whittled it down to a few.
Whoa.
Well, there's a lot. Anyway, we're just going to do the 20. Unless I feel inclined to throw another one in. We'll just see how we go for time.
All right.
Okay, the first one. This is a TikTok question for you, Christopher.
I don't do TikTok.
Well, luckily
it's from TikTok.
Yes, it's from TikTok.
Okay, all right.
What car did you have before the Chevy?
Oh, Hiluxes. Always had Hiluxes. I've had Toyota my entire life. If it wasn't a Hilux, it was a Hi-Ace for the motocross racing days. So I'm a Toyota man through and through, but now I have a Chevy.
And the car that we had right before this one was?
Hilux, N80 Hilux. That was severely modified. It was awesome, but unfortunately, all these cars and cruisers and all that reach their limits with tow capacities.
It was
and
upgraded.
GVMs and GCMs and all that type of stuff. So we had to take the next step and go to an American truck. And now I'm an American truck man forever, I think, unless I get really old. I'm actually nearly there, aren't I?
What do you mean? What happens when you get really old?
I can't get into it.
No, then we just get the air suspension.
I'll have to lower it. So, all right, question number 2.
Number 2. So a lot of people asked us this question, so I thought I'd better put it in. Will you eventually head over to WA? It will be great to hear your opinion on WA and what it has to offer. Will you eventually come to WA? It's a beautiful state. We know you've boycotted WA, but do you have plans to come west? Anyway, it kind of continues on like that.
Okay. WA, 100% we'll go there. We have no problems with WA. We would actually love to go there. We have no problems with the people there. We boycotted it for a simple reason. That guy that runs the state, what's his name, McGowan?
Some people have other names for him.
Affected, what he's doing has really affected a lot of people. We've personally seen it. We've seen it, with how many travellers?
Oh, heaps. Actually, funnily enough, I just finished editing and it's going up Friday. So the next episode of our Summer in SA series, you'll see Derek and Sue from Just Vanning It, who joined us because they weren't allowed into WA for a second time.
So McGowan has reneged on his opening the borders. Well, I don't know what it is now, but twice he did it. Not once, but twice. So we've firsthand seen a lot of travellers go to near the border, hang out at Palubi or Streaky and that, waiting for the borders to open. And twice he reneged on it. He promised it was going to open, these people come here and then come to the spot ready for it, and then he didn't open.
He enforced certain things to cross the border as well that people went ahead and did and then couldn't get in anyway.
Oh, it's not that, it's just him.
It's just everything, basically.
Yeah, he's cost people a lot of money, and we think it's unfair. We are one country, we are all Australians, we all need to fight together. Personally, I don't think any borders should be shut. I think it's all a crock of crap. But, we are all Australian.
But yes, we love WA. We want to go to WA, but we will not go until we can have at least a year or two to explore.
Yeah, without any issues, and there's restrictions there at the moment. We think anyway, so we're not going anywhere near the place. So, but yes, we will be there. We will spend a few years there,
but not
when it's all this crap has settled down. So yeah, all right.
Okay. Next question. Hey, Chris.
Hi.
When free camping on soft sand, do you air down on the van as well as the tug? I think I know the answer, just thought it would be a good question.
Yeah, you know the answer. Yes, definitely. Air down, truck and van. Just makes it easier. It's just going to bellow, it's going to balloon out, and it's just going to make it easy instead of flogging your car and potentially bogging yourself because you're trying to drag something that's digging into the sand. So, yep, air down.
I just realised we didn't tell you where we're actually filming this. We're at the Gold Coast Holiday Park, so if you can hear kids and traffic, that's why.
The good old Gold Coast Holiday Park. We are back. Only here for a few weeks, but yeah.
Okay, this is a really good question, and I really, really like it because it's really, really exciting. Really. If you could have the same setup for travel, but be in a different country, where would you be travelling and why?
The US of A! Watch this space.
Why?
That's it. No.
Why? He has a really good reason why, and he says he would. What did he say? You said it yesterday when I asked you this in the car that didn't film. You want to boggle the Americans' brains by driving an American truck with the driving on the other side in their country.
Yeah.
Because.
But we haven't told them that we're taking the truck and van.
We haven't said
over.
it. We haven't
Yep,
said.
done. Goodbye.
Anyway,
Next question.
Americans don't build stuff like this, and we.
Next question.
Anyway. Okay.
Watch this space, by the way.
Right. Question number 14. Do you ever think of downsizing?
14?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay,
It's
right.
just,
Okay.
There's 300, but we.
Okay, all right.
Do you ever think of downsizing your setup to get down to the more hidden places where the tracks are smaller?
Absolutely not. No, we live in our van. We live in our truck. If I had to live in any smaller caravan, I would probably, yeah, it wouldn't be nice living with Miriam. So no, I definitely would not downsize. We love what we have. Vehicle-wise, would I downsize that? Definitely not as well. For something this big and this off-road and off-grid from the caravan point of view, there's nothing else that can tow it. So no, we have set up the car. As you guys obviously know, the car is fully set up to go places that we can't take the van as well. So, but then again, that is limited. But
there are pros and cons, and we feel the pros for what we do far outweigh the cons.
Oh, 100%. There's only one or two cons with the truck.
Literally not being able to fit down tight tracks is the only problem.
Yeah, but we rarely come across that. Right? We do. Yeah.
We don't do.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not. I would not downsize at all. Definitely not. No.
Okay, this is not a question, but I didn't put a tick next to it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Yeah, okay. Why does Chris still shave his legs? He rides an MTB.
Oh, okay.
Check out his sexy legs. Why do you shave your legs?
Because I always have, and now I'm used to it. So
he used to ride motocross, and I don't know. Apparently, you shave your legs so the knee things don't stick onto the hair. I don't know.
It's just what we did back in the day, and I've always done it. So.
And I wouldn't like him with hairy legs anyway.
Oh,
so anyway, that wasn't a tick. So that was bonus question. Do you regret going black on the Chevy and the van? Increases internal heat and shows every bit of dust. If you could go again, would you still go black?
Probably not. No, car I wouldn't. I would go definitely white. I've been a white car man. I hate black cars. I swore 10 years ago that I wouldn't buy another black car.
You had a black Hilux when we met.
I swear I wouldn't buy another black car, but this was the only one that we could get at the time. If we build when we build a new one, stay tuned for that one too. It will try to be white.
It will try
internal,
to be white.
I will try to get a white one. Internal heat in the truck, no. We've got air conditioning and we have air-conditioned seats, so that's not a problem. And the van, no, it doesn't get hot. No, the last van was a full black rear on it, and
white at the front.
It was definitely not hotter in the van at all. Titaniums are built very, very well, and they have really good insulation. And this particular van has got the highest grade insulation, so we don't feel the cold and we don't feel the heat at all. So.
Well, no. A little bit, but not much.
Not really.
At all.
I think this is a very well insulated van.
Oh, so, it is, but... Yeah. Okay, right. So do you reckon we should go you, me, or should we just go all you and then all me?
Or you. No, all me and then all you.
All you, okay, Chris.
Because I want to sit there and go to sleep while you're answering yours.
Rude. Okay, we are planning... We're on to Instagram questions now. So
it doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever platform, doesn't matter.
So we are planning at least 2 years around Australia with a camper trailer. I have an input into this one too. No kids. But in your opinion, is this going to be enjoyable?
Whoa! In my opinion, no frickin' way.
You couldn't pay me to do that.
No way. No way. I could not travel in a camp trailer. My personal opinion, my personal experiences, not a chance. No, I wouldn't do it. You're going to have days or weeks of rain, and there's probably nothing worse. You've got no space. Packing up, setting up in the rain, all that type of stuff. There's just physically no way.
And it takes ages to set up and to pack up.
Yeah, it would be a lot cheaper from a towing point of view. I guess not lugging around a big heavy caravan, but no way. Sorry, guys.
I actually met someone at the show who they were in South Australia at the same time we were in a camper trailer. They left early and they're buying a caravan. They would never do it again. So.
Just like I couldn't do it in a rooftop as well permanently. There's no way. But good on you guys who are doing it. And I guess it's about enjoying yourself.
Some people like to do that. And don't, by all means, what we say is not the be-all and end-all. It's just personally
it's
our opinion. We would not do it in a rooftop and we would not do it in a camp trailer.
No, but there's people out there doing it and good on them for out there having a blast.
So that's just our opinion. Yep. Okay. Number 5, this is definitely anyway. How did you guys run your wires from the light bar and UHF radio into the cab?
Oh, okay. It goes up in the channel where the roof line meets and the sides, and then comes down and goes into the backs. They've got the air, whatever you want to call them, things to pressurize. They just feed straight into there, in behind the back seat, down under the carpet, all the way up and up into the dash. So easy, simple job.
He was pointing at the truck, by the way, in case you didn't get that.
The truck's just parked out there.
Mm.
So yeah, easy. No, I didn't go drilling holes in the roof. So.
Okay, 6. What was the stuff you were spraying on your van before you cleaned it?
Oh, truck wash. Truck wash. Simple. Clean stuff really well. I don't put it on the cladding on the van, and I definitely try not putting it on the paintwork of the truck, because it destroys everything. It's CT18, so it's a very aggressive truck wash.
So just put it where it goes and don't put it where it doesn't.
Yeah, and then I generally try to re-oil. I generally try to re-silicone spray everything after I've used it, just to put a nice coating back on and protect everything, and grease everything up. So yeah.
Okay, so this one we probably should have read before and planned ahead. If you were starting out your camping journey all over again, what are the top 5 things you'd want to make sure you sort out / take with you? You can have an answer each. 5 things.
Well, 5. The ones that stick out to me: as much water as you can, as much 12-volt power as you can. What else would there be? There would be water. There would be 12-volt. Oh.
We have such different answers to this question.
Yeah. Well, they're 2 things that just come to mind for me instantly.
Okay. So me, if you were to start your camping journey all over again, completely different answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
So when we decided we were going to go to Cairns for the summer and everything, the first thing I did was booked in and got my eyebrows tattooed on my face. So that is something that I planned.
Are you serious?
Dead set. I went and had laser on my legs and on my face, and I had my eyebrows tattooed, because I used to pencil my eyebrows on, and every time it would like hot or sweaty or we'd swim, they'd come off, and it was like,
Here I'm talking about how to survive, and you're talking about that.
So I have my eyeliner and my eyebrows tattooed on, and I did laser hair, so I didn't have to worry about those consistently or constantly when we were on the road. And I don't know, so literally 2 different things. I wanted to have everything. When we were planning to travel, we planned very differently. I planned all sorts of things, like the kids and all the stuff that was going on, and making sure doctor's appointments and insurances and all those sorts of things were underway, and he did battery systems. So there's a lot to think about when you're starting out.
You can see the total differences. Yeah.
So tattooing, your makeup on, and
so how we survive is solely me.
Battery system.
Next.
I think is that all for you? That's all for you.
No.
Okay, so now my questions. There you go.
Oh, you can read them. I'll get lost in your list. Look how big your list is.
Okay, yeah, I'll have a look.
I don't know what's
Okay, Miriam, do you or have you ever towed your van? It's something I feel I should be able to do, but I'm not confident at all. So, no, I have not towed this van. I did tow our Jayco.
Yep. No, the other titanium.
Oh, the other titanium, okay, for a very, very short period of time. But to be very honest, I don't feel comfortable, and I've never done any courses or any lessons, and I think if you jump in and tow a caravan without having done a towing course or anything like that, I think you're mad, because it's dangerous, and I think there is a certain skill involved. I do believe you should learn how to do it and then do it with someone who can guide you along the way. So yes, I do want to tow, and I will at some point, but not until I do a towing course, and Chris is not going to teach me how to tow, because that would end very badly.
Going back to towing courses, yes, they teach you the fundamentals and more the theory side and a little bit of practical side, but as far as I'm concerned, it's all about practice, practice, practice. So get out of your comfort zone, give it a red hot crack, and just take your time with it. Miriam tends to be a little bit more of an aggressive type driver, where I'm just like, relax. And then another good thing about that is I strongly believe that there must be licensing for people who tow caravans, but let's not get into that part.
I think you should have to do a towing course and then get a license, and you have to prove that you're able to tow.
I think you need to, yeah. I think like our children are going through their learners at the moment, they've got to do a certain amount of hours. I think you need to do a certain amount of hours as well with a van behind you.
100%. Because we've seen what he does. He drives it through the tiniest little towns. Like there's roundabouts, there's poles, there's people that cut you off.
It's not about that.
You go on the highway and someone cuts in front of you. You need to know where the tow haul mode is and the exhaust braking, and you need to know, you know, how distances, and it's just...
We've seen some horrific things being on the road full time, so yeah, if you're watching Queensland Transport or the head, because is there a governing body for Transport Department? There probably isn't, because it's bloody Australian states again, but yes, I think there needs to be licensing.
So I do want to tow, but no I don't, because I don't know how to properly and I'm not confident.
We'll get it behind the wheel. Yeah. We will.
But I will. I definitely am going to.
Yeah.
Number 3, another ripper of a question. When you argue, and in parentheses it says, "'cause all couples do," how do you take time out from each other?
We don't argue. we don't argue.
We never see any dummy spits in the footage. Surely they happen, ? So yes, they do.
The power of editing.
Usually what you don't see is one of us reaching over and turning the camera off before the argument ensues. So we are, if you haven't realised, you probably haven't, because on camera we're both very happy-go-lucky. But in our personal relationship, we are both, well, in our personalities, I guess, we're both very stubborn. And we are very pig-headed, I guess is the word. And to be honest, we have different fundamental values about so many things, which kind of makes our lives a little bit complicated. So, yes, we are.
Everyone has dummy spits, come on.
Yeah, we argue every night because he likes windows open, I like them closed. He likes fans on, I like them off. I like to sleep in the dark.
We argue every day because Miriam exaggerates, so...
Yeah, apparently I'm an exaggerator, and he puts things off and doesn't care if something bad's going to happen, whereas I like to prevent problems before they happen. Anyway,
I'm going to... See, we're arguing now. I'm going to correct that. Something bad may happen.
Generally it does. And
I'll worry about it. If there's going to be a problem, Miriam is very proactive on getting ready for things that may happen. So, two totally separate people, but... we live together and we love each other.
Plenty of dummy spits. I think maybe one day I'll let the camera roll. Okay, number 5. How long typically do you guys spend in each location? Do you move on every couple of days, and is it always planned, or do you just wing it, e.g. randomly choose your next destination? So my answer to this is, how long do you typically spend in each location? We don't have
an answer.
This is my question.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. No, it's not. It's mine. Go on.
We stay where we are for as long as we stay where we are. It varies in every location. We don't really have an answer. Well, I would like to stay longer. When we started this, I said I don't want to stay anywhere less than 3 days. And that's when we're filming, because it's just too hectic to do filming, to do editing, to do dumping all the footage, to actually see what's around, and to sit down and relax. So... I don't know, in Bright, we were there for 4 days. We loved it so much we ended up staying for 2 weeks, but that was only because we had some free time between the Sydney show.
It depends on our schedule.
So usually our schedule is, as much as you guys like to think that we're just living the life and we're just travelling around, and you send us messages and go, oh, like, we see you coming to Mackay, stay here, do this. We're literally probably there for a day. Passing through, we're going from one thing to the next. We have schedules, we have commitments, and we are kind of, I guess,
we're busy. The next 12 months have nearly planned for us. So,
and it's been like that since we first hit the road. We have places we have to be. So we're like, okay, we'll allow 4.5 months, 5 months in South Australia, but we still had to be in certain places at certain times, and we didn't see all we wanted to see, and there's so much more we want to see everywhere. So no.
Palubi Beach was the only difference. We stayed for 4.5 weeks there, but that was literally to try taking a break, and we didn't really want to travel places through the Christmas and New Year period anyway, because it was hectic. So and
it says, is it always planned or just wing it? Again, both. We generally have a general direction that we're heading in. If we like somewhere, we will go there, and if we don't like it, we'll move on. But it's literally a combination of everything, really, isn't it? Randomly choose your next destination.
But if you were to just take off, not the way that we do it, I would not plan anything. I would literally just run by the seat of my pants, because there's places and areas that you're going to fall in love with, and you're going to want to stay longer. So that's my tip.
We aren't your average travelling couple. We work full-time, more than full-time on the road. So that pretty much dictates where we go and for how long. But if we weren't working, just don't plan. How did you feel the first time that you free camped? What would you suggest for a newbie that is keen, this is for both of us, but a little anxious about doing something wrong etiquette-wise. So etiquette for free camping, basically, is what this question's all about.
Number one, generator. Let's bring up the generator topic. Generators are fine if you need them, all good. Just use them in the middle of the day.
Don't run them at night.
Have a little respect for
unless
other
you're
people.
on your own.
Yeah, if you're on your own, fine.
No excuses.
But I think, I think it's common sense, but hey, common sense is like a superpower these days. Number two, space. Give people their space, man. Like, you don't have to camp on top of people. Generally, most free camp areas, they're spaced out. They're cool. If you need to go close to someone, have a chat to them. Let them know, just do your thing. And then number three, don't walk through people's campsites. Etiquette 101, isn't it? Like, that comes back to give people their space, do you think?
Give people their space, yeah. And mine, number four, I'll add to this, is control your kids. Control them. Don't let them run around. Don't let them run through other people's campsites. Don't let them run under your van and swing off your pipes.
We had that once, yes. So this is why I went... We had kids literally laying under our van playing hide and seek, and they were hanging off the pipes and playing under our van. So
yeah. So I don't care how free your children are. Don't let them run around. Keep an eye on them. Just make sure that they're okay. It can be dangerous.
Teach them about etiquette.
Yeah, teach them camp etiquette. Yep. We don't see that a lot on the road these days. A lot of the kids we see are just...
They're awesome kids.
No, a lot of them are free range, really free range.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can tell the ones that are... Anyway, just control your kids in free camp area. So that's pretty much it with free camp etiquette, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, and when you camp up somewhere...
Noise too.
Yeah, don't be disrespectful and like party all the hours of the night.
Yeah, you can party. I mean, just if it's getting late, just...
Usually 10 o'clock is the start to
quieten
it down a bit.
Yeah.
But that's...
We're not party poopers, but it's just all respect for others.
Yeah, and those people that do have kids that are asleep.
Yeah, you've got to think of the families and all that as well. So
it does work both ways. If you're going to be up partying until 3 a.m, the people next to you can put their screaming kid next to your window at 6 a.m. So, anyway.
That sucks.
Okay, next one. Hi, Chris and Miriam.
Hi. Hi.
Both of us. That's really loud.
There's a stabilizer going. Yep. Right. Hit the question.
This is a question for both. This is a question for both of you. Is there anything that really annoys you about each other?
Next question.
The list is too long. So
Next question. We sort of
touched on that previously.
Before, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Everyone annoys everyone. There are some parts that annoy certain people and others and all that type of stuff, but you just learn to live with it. So that's part of being a couple.
I'm just going to move on from that one. Miriam, how do you organise healthy eating on the road full time? So that's really tricky and is part of the reason we have such a huge kitchen in our van. People say, why do you need so many cupboards? We have a lot of healthy food stashed away because a lot of the places we go, we can't find healthy food. So we do generally follow low carb, sometimes keto. So the almond flours, he's having trouble with his stabilizer, isn't he?
It's totally fine. He's just leveling his van. You keep going.
All the things that like coconut oil, we've got 4 litres up there. So we purchase bulk of healthy foods when we can, and meal planning is also a really...
We try to meal plan.
We try to meal plan, but it can be tricky the places we go because we don't know what's available in the shops when we get there. But when you've been eating a certain way, a healthy way for such a long time like we have, we can pretty much pull together something relatively healthy. It might not be keto, it might not be super low carb, but if it's clean, if it's gluten-free, we can generally pull that together.
We don't have bad food.
We don't have any junk food in our van at all.
Occasionally we do, but
sometimes this guy has craving for
the
chocolate.
limit. But I guess the limit of junk. I mean, how bad the junk food is still not really junky for us.
Well, you won't find any chips in here. You won't find any soft drink in here. You won't find chocolate bars, lollies. You won't find.
No, that is a lie. I always find hidden chocolate that you hide. She's always hiding little chocolate bars. So.
Oh, see this one here? No sugar added. That's...
What about the 2 big chocolate bars that were in there?
They were yours, my love.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. She's trying to fatten me up.
Every now and again he has a dummy spit because I don't put anything junk food in the van. So
I just get everyone is normal and we all have those
cravings.
Sweet cravings that these food companies spend billions of dollars on to get you hooked on. So,
and generally I don't have anything like that in the van. And last time he had a real so what he did was he hunted through everything, all my cooking stuff and everything, and he pulled out my no sugar like healthy chocolate bar and ate it and was like, ugh, that was yuck. Why isn't there any real chocolate? So I bought him real. Anyway,
we try to eat healthy and we try to plan, and we do have large pantries, so to try bulking up. Now we're in a main city, we'll try bulking up again. Bulk buying?
Stocking up, bulk buying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my question is for you both. When you decided to travel permanently, did you put all your home contents in storage or did you sell it all?
COVID. Sorry, I got COVID.
At the moment, we travel 6 months of the year and the other we work and use the home. But next year, we're renting the house and traveling permanently. So what the hell do we do with all the furniture? If we put it in storage, that might end up being more costly.
Sell it.
If we bite the bullet and sell the furniture.
Sell it. I think sell it. Well, what are you going to do with it? You're going to pay for storage to put it in there. If you keep it in the house and rent it out, and sort of rent it out as a furnished property, people are going to be all over it.
I'd probably, again, we have a different opinion.
Yeah.
I'd probably just rent out my house fully furnished. That way you don't have to worry about going through the drama of selling it or just rent it out fully furnished.
It is a nightmare selling all your stuff. That's what we did.
We ended up giving half of our stuff away.
But I would sell up. Me personally, I'd sell up because if you want, when you want to go back in a home, you get all nice, new, fresh stuff. New styles, whatever. It gets
outdated too, and washing machines and fridges are not expensive these days, and they get all kind of stinky if you put them in storage.
Everything is replaceable, man, and everything is getting cheaper too.
Yeah.
Appliances are getting cheaper and cheaper, so yeah, that's me. I would sell.
Our opinion, again, it's not always the opinion of everyone, but our opinion would be to...
Yep, ditch it.
Ditch it.
Ditch it. Ditch it.
Okay, so this question... I know a lot of people who plan a lifestyle on the road once they retire from full-time work. Would you consider your lifestyle as retired or semi-retired?
We are definitely not retired. We work harder than we ever did, but this is something that we wanted to do, and this is our lifestyle. We have a good office.
So, yeah. We definitely, I personally, Chris is different because his job before this was extremely stressful and but I work much harder now, much longer hours, and I find what we do now much more stressful than the job that I had before we hit the road. So I was teaching fitness classes, I was doing PT, I was doing nutrition, dietetics, I was helping people lose weight and get healthy, and I loved it. I woke up in the morning and I bounced out the door and had a great time, and I got to do all my fitness classes, and I was fit and healthy in the process. So I loved that. It was a lot of hours, but I loved every second of it. Not that I don't love what we do now, I absolutely do. Yeah. But spending so long, I spend 10 hours a day on average in front of a screen. And that was never my life before. So for me, this is much, much harder. I work much, much harder now than I ever did. So I don't consider myself as retired or semi-retired at all. I don't know what...
We're not retired at all.
I don't know.
Not even close to being retired.
Yeah.
No.
So we didn't plan on retiring, though, and hitting the road. We planned on working. This is exactly what we've planned on doing. So we're doing what we wanted to do. So I've still got my fitness stuff trickling on in the background. I do online stuff now because I love that so much. I don't want to let that go. That's a passion for me. Chris's sign writing, that was not a passion. Well, it was originally, wasn't it? But then it just became blur. Yeah. So we work differently now.
I could not imagine finally doing this when you do retire. I think get out and do it as young as possible and experience this lifestyle.
I don't know if I was in my 70s. I don't know obviously what I'm going to feel like then, but I don't know what it would be like.
We'll be fine, but I just do it when you're young. I think do it as soon as you can. And look, we are seeing so many more people, aren't we?
Yeah.
Doing this big lab, like taking a gap year in life and experiencing, especially with the young children, a young family. There is nothing better. There's nothing makes me more happy than seeing families turn up with children, and they're all having a blast and living in each other as a family, mate. I think that is a cracker, and I wish we had done it earlier. We did do a lot of it when our kids were younger, we did have a blast. But
the families that we see travelling with the young kids, 99.9% of them plan on stopping when the oldest hits high school.
But I'm just saying about doing it
definitely,
younger as opposed to doing it.
Yeah, definitely travel when younger, but I don't know about giving up work and travelling when the kids are younger to not ever work again, because when the kids go to high school, my personal opinion is your kids should be in high school, I think, when that, I don't know.
That's not the question though, you're going off.
No, but you're saying about doing it whenever, when your kids are young.
I'm saying do it when you're younger.
Yes.
As opposed to doing it when you retire, so that's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, okay, right, cool. Just wondering if we can please have a video walkthrough of your van.
Ooh, we have one.
Also, I noticed you went back to one full-length side window instead of the two each side. Now, I put that one in there because it's probably one of the most asked questions we get
with our caravan.
Why
Yes.
we went back to one big window and not two windows at the front. So I'm not going to do another walkthrough of the van because
Do you want me to explain it
I'll
quickly?
put a little bit of a link. You can explain it, or I can.
It's just the layout. So this is an ATX base, which is a larger, more aggressive caravan. It's got a larger front on it. It's got a higher bed, so we have larger storage underneath it, and it's simply the twin windows take up an extra 100 mil of height, which we don't have because the bedside tables are up. So if we want to open the drawer, it won't open. It'll hit the window frame. So simple.
Simple answer. And when I found out I couldn't have my double windows, I actually cried for 2 hours.
There's exaggerating again.
It's not exaggerating at all, and I completely 100% hate the big windows at the front, and I really, really wish that we had the doubles in there. So it was definitely not a choice. Chris couldn't care either way, could you?
No, my opinion is I definitely prefer the double windows, but I'm not going to cry for 2 hours if we didn't have it. That's just something that I just live with it. You don't have another choice. You have to live with your options.
I'm not pushing pause. You're going to watch this happen, right? Here we go. So living with it means, as we're coming up into far north Queensland, with the big windows, they need to be closed and shut up at night.
Why?
So people can't see in. So people
You can't. All you do is lift it up halfway, exactly like a twin window.
And as Jason, manufacturer of the caravan, said, you shouldn't have this bit up with the window open in case the wind just blows it straight in. Anyway,
that's why you have it halfway up, so it doesn't put so much stress on it.
You can't half open them. Anyway, you can't.
There it is again. There's us arguing.
Again. So basically, with the bottom windows, you keep them closed and zipped up so no one can see in, and you still get a breeze through the top. With the big windows, unless they're completely open, you get no breeze and everyone can see in and climb in. So when we get to far north Queensland, let's just see who's dealing with it. Probably me. I'm going to be in. Anyway. It's good. Argument. Double windows.
Worrying over things you don't need to worry about again. There you go.
Who's going to be worried when I shut the windows? He is. Oh, here we go. This is more a question for me, I think. Well, probably for both of us. Do you guys feel like you're missing out on what's around you when you have to spend hours filming and editing?
Filming does take up a lot of time, but we definitely... Well, we have a rule... This is yours, but I'm going to answer from my point of view. We have a rule that we're not going to let the filming overtake why we originally started doing this. So I don't think we miss out. We look at it from a different point of view, but there are some days where we'll just put the camera down and we will just enjoy it for what it is. So that's my opinion on it. So
okay.
We do it our best. So
this is for you both. You are both so lovely, friendly and popular. Would imagine everyone loves to speak to you. How do you find the time in your busy days to just be Miriam and Chris and have downtime?
We are Miriam and Chris all the time. We love chatting with people. We love meeting people. That's my point of view. I love it. I love people coming up and recognising who we are and coming to have a good old chat because I love people. So I'm a bit of a social butterfly, aren't I? But in saying that, yes, we do like some downtime every now and then.
Yeah.
So that gets a little difficult. Like some days you just want to...
Honestly, we can't choose our downtime, and there are times when we wish no one knew who we were and no one would knock on the door, and sometimes that's when people knock on the door. But it comes along with what we do.
It comes along with what we do.
Yeah, once we start chatting to people, generally it's fine. Just as long as people respect us and don't come and knock on the door when the door's closed, and don't we generally when we're in the van and the door's closed, it means that we're busy or...
Comes back to the etiquette, doesn't it? Again?
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. But we chose this lifestyle and this is something that we need to live with as people because we chose it.
I think if you whinge about people coming up to you and infringing on your
lifestyle, you're not the right person
to be doing what you're doing, because we are in the public eye and we've chosen to be in the public eye.
Yep.
And we both love people. So yes, we do need our own time, and if that happens, you'll see a few posts and stories from somewhere, but it won't be current, like what we're actually doing.
Well, we can't be because we're so busy.
Yeah.
It's difficult. But
yeah.
Anyway, we love it.
It's all good. We are who we are all the time.
Yep.
Miriam, what sort of passenger are you? Is that someone we know beeping their hand? Yes, they're just pulled up out front.
I'll be 2 seconds.
And they're revving. Is that...
You answer the question quick.
Is it?
That was Cam Ram.
Oh, it was Cam Ram. Oh,
it was Cam Ram. You got to see Cam Ram's Ram. Cam Ram. Copycat, he's got a train horn too.
Well, that's all right. Is he coming back?
No, they're going to Dreamworld. Have fun at Dreamworld, Cam. Have fun, girls.
So, the next question was, Miriam, what sort of passenger are you? Do you sleep or do you keep Chris hydrated and fed? Well, you don't know me very well at all. This is my question. Do not answer it. 1, I've maybe slept 3 times in the year and a half we've been on the road. 2, I don't really keep him hydrated and fed. I've been telling him for 11 years, honey, grab your water bottle. And still, he goes, I'm thirsty, I have to pull over and get my water bottle. So I've done mummying him. He can get his own water sorted.
You don't need to mummy me. I'm a big boy, but anyway.
He can pull over and get his own water bottle. And I might throw a few protein bars in or a few snacks. I know if we've got a huge day ahead of us. But generally, we look after ourselves with hydration and food. And I'm usually working while we drive.
My answer to it is I would like Miriam just to shut off sometimes and actually relax, pull the seat back and have a nap or have a rest instead of... But generally, that's the time that Miriam will get on her phone and try catching up on the socials. So it's still work.
And I do a lot of editing on my phone as well. So I've got short video, portrait video, edit.
Just social work.
Video edit, photo edit, socials. All that sort of emails. I catch up on that sort of stuff while we're driving as well.
And we generally both try to do that. We both try to catch up on emails, so we'll respond.
Driving.
No. I won't be physically emailing, but we'll be responding together. Miriam will
and
be
quite often it's like, oh, hey babe, can you respond to that email from such and such, or did you see that email? So we work while we're driving. When my thumb gets sore, which is usually after two or so hours, it like starts to get really sore there. I put it down and I have a book and I read it.
Yeah.
So.
But it is a time. It's a great time for us to catch up on socials and emails and general stuff like that. But yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Miriam, I am loving your content, guys. So I guess this is
Thank you.
Us. You are both naturals in front of the camera.
Are we?
Do you find it hard and pressure sometimes to film content and keep always happy and smiling? So we have 2 completely different answers to this question. Chris is not a natural in front of the camera. He's worked very hard to get to where he is.
I'm a lot better than I was in Struggle Street when we first started. So I don't think anyone is... No, you've always been natural at it. It does take a lot of work. If anyone does this...
I wasn't natural, though, 25 years ago.
No, you've had to work on it.
I've worked on it over the last 25 years. You've worked on it over the last 2.5 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So Chris has done really, really well. Like you
just compliment me, honey.
Yeah, you're so much. Even my parents have been following along for a long time, and they know that I'm a natural in front of the camera.
Ross and Kaza, love yous.
They've been saying how much easier you are to watch, but how much more comfortable you seem to be in front of the camera. I struggled with the trying to be myself in front of a camera.
It's just trying to look through the actual camera itself and actually like you're talking to people, because I'm great with people. I'm great with socialising.
I've studied how to do TV presenting, all this sort of stuff. And the one thing that I'm still trying...
Do you have to do this?
I'm still trying to get this one to understand is that when you speak to a camera, so all of you future presenters out there, you need to speak as if you're speaking to one person, not to a whole bunch of people. And I think...
How you going, guys? That's how I do it.
Guys is like... Anyway.
Because it's all the guys out there.
It's one person. So once you get past the fact that there's a million people watching you, well, maybe one day, and you're just speaking to one person behind the camera, I think it's easier to relate and to be yourself.
That's way too technical for me.
Anyway.
Way too technical.
Do you find it hard and pressure to film content? So again, we have different answers to that. Chris?
What was the question?
Yes. Do you find it hard and feel the pressure to film content and keep always happy and smiling?
Sometimes it's extremely difficult for me, yes.
Yes. Chris struggles with that quite often. I'm pretty much always ready to go. As long as my face and my hair is somewhat presentable, I'm ready to go. If I can be in a crappy mood, put the camera on my face and I will completely turn it around and film whatever needs to be filmed and get it out there. Chris?
There are 2 times where I don't like a camera. Number 1 is first thing in the morning when I haven't had a coffee, when I haven't got ready and just got ready for the day. That's me looking at it from a work point of view. This is work and we have our own life. And number 2 is when I've just finished doing a stint towing the van for 3 or 4 or 5 hours through the day. The last thing I want to do is pull the camera open and do that, because driving is stressful. Well, it is. It's just hard on the mind and on the eyes and everything. And sometimes you just want to just get to a camp and just chill for a bit. But yes, they're the times when I struggle.
I like to get the camera out and capture arriving where we're arriving, because it makes the videos flow. So I'm a producer in my mind as well, so I can see what the editing process is like, and I'm like, we need this content because it makes this happen, and we need this content because we're leaving this location the next day. So that's for me, that's the number one. Whereas
it's sometimes, and that's the part that I struggle with filming.
And
so.
you'll see that in some of our videos. There'll be parts that needed to be there that aren't, in my opinion, that aren't there, or places that we needed to film more of but we didn't film more of, and that's usually when we've had a big dummy spit. And Chris is like, I'm not filming, and I'm like, fine.
So they're my struggles. That's my struggles with the filming part.
Yeah.
The morning and after I've had a long stint behind the wheel. So yeah,
so
I struggle with it, but we have to do it.
We're different personalities in that.
We have to
area.
do it. So.
Hi guys, love watching your vids. Would you be able to tell us more about how you work on the road? Like, what is it that you do? Have you got structured days? Is the paycheck regular? I know this is a little bit of probing, and feel free to ignore it if you're not comfortable delving any deeper. Just figure it may be a light bulb moment for those of us a bit scared to step away from an income. Keep doing what you're doing. P.S. Love to the King Oyster Adventure. So, would you be able to tell us more about how you work on the road?
We'd be happy to explain it. We're not going to go in full because it just gets too long and too technical, but...
Yeah. So we have our fingers in a few different pies.
You have to.
We've been doing affiliate marketing for quite a while. That's a bit of an income that's just dribbling in. So we get anywhere between 4 and 10% of products that you guys purchase if you use our discount code. Some products, if you use our discount code, we don't even get a commission, but generally, yeah, between 4 and 15%, I think it is actually, on certain products. There's affiliate marketing.
That's a small part.
That's a very small part. So I do...
Can we elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure.
We only do affiliate with brands and things that we truly believe in and use.
Yeah.
We're not going to go out there and just promote anything to make $1 or $2 here and there. So keep that in mind with us. Everything that we use and we promote are things that we would generally use in our life.
Generally, the people that we are affiliated with have actually approached us because we've been using the product already.
Yeah, pretty much.
So definitely, if someone goes, hey, this is my new da-da-da-da, can you, promote it or whatever, or do you want to affiliate it? We'll be like, send us the product, let us use it for a little while, and then we will see how we go. So we will never ever affiliate with something that we don't believe in.
Yep.
The other thing is I do writing, so blog posts for certain people, places, things. That's
another small
that sort
part.
Of stuff. Yeah, we do work with local councils and tourism bodies as well. If we're going to be in certain areas, we do photography, videography, and that sort of stuff. We have done work.
Our videography is definitely taken a not backhand. We've slackened off a little bit on the moment. We can do amazing videography, but we choose not to anymore. It's getting a bit.
What do you mean?
From doing really nice videography and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we don't use the friggin' still camera nowhere near as much as we used to.
We haven't got time to do the things that we absolutely love to do. We love creating cinematic videos. We love getting the good camera out and taking some great photos, but we just don't have time to do that at the moment. But that is another avenue. We did do some videography work and photography work for caravan parks.
Yeah, for a few businesses and caravan parks.
For businesses and companies as well. How else do we earn money? Oh, we work with some bigger companies.
Yep.
So we definitely have our fingers in all sorts of different pies, and this has come over time though. So people go, oh, how did you get your partnerships? How did you work with your brands? So we haven't approached most of these people; they've approached us.
There's one or two that we have approached.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but we do work with amazing people, amazing companies, and I think I've said this before, but we know most of the people behind the company as well.
The people who own the companies we need to believe in as well, and we need to have the same direction, the same outlook on where we both want to be. So it's the old, let's go back to the old sponsorship thing. It's not a sponsorship, it's a partnership. We do for them, they do for us.
And Chris is actually, he knows a lot of people in a lot of different areas.
That's from my social butterflying again.
From his motocross backgrounds, his motorsport, from his signage business, from his all that sort of stuff. He knows
everything.
A lot of people in a lot of industries, and when you know people who know people, things just happen. So anyway, I hope that explains it. It's not easy, and it's come with many years of experience.
YouTube is another small income for us, but
Could hardly
I
count
think
that
we've
as an
chosen to back off from that because it just takes
YouTube is
so much time.
way too much hard work in exchange for next to no money.
Yeah,
so monetary value from YouTube is...
The effort versus reward is, don't get me wrong, we will still do it, we still do that, but we have a stronger income in other places, so...
We don't have to do YouTube for the money.
No.
And it's, yeah, you need a lot of followers and a lot of views to get any money that's worth it from YouTube. So we just do YouTube because we love creating content for you guys, and I've just realised the battery's got 1 bar left, so let's see
so we
if
better hurry up. Quick.
squeeze through. Hi Miriam, how do you keep your hair so beautiful? Do you go to the hairdressers much in your travels?
Quick.
Can you stop?
$450 is how she keeps her hair good.
Sun and surf
Her
can
last
be
birthday.
wicked on your hair. So I went to the hairdressers once in 14 months, and that was the $415 Chris spent on my hair.
Yeah, I said, oh babe, I'll get your hair done for your birthday, thinking it was $150.
400. But normally
Well,
I get my hair done and it doesn't get touched for like a year, and it's only because it had greys in it that I needed a little bit of, you know, work there. But I do like coconut oil. I put coconut oil and leave it in my hair overnight, and then the next day and then rinse it out. And I just
What about my hair now?
I know he's almost needing some coconut
Alright, quick,
oil.
we're running out of battery, quick.
And I think that is it.
That is it.
So now we did select our winner, and we did a big fancy announcement yesterday that wasn't filmed. So let me go back and see if I can...
So this is is this randomly done?
Yeah, so we
Okay,
don't,
good.
it's not a great question, it's not the best question, it's just a person that we've chosen that's asked us a question. So this is from Facebook, and the winner of this week's awesome merchandise pack.
Merchandise.
Merch pack is Belle Rose. And her question was asking about putting all the contents in storage or selling it all. So congratulations, Belle. You have won a whole bunch of really cool stuff that we will
little merch pack. Our merch pack is getting stronger and stronger. So
we will send that out to you. So all you have to do is get in contact with us. So you have to watch the video and then get in contact with us and give us your mailing address, and we will send it out to you.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for asking us anything.
Yeah.